Hi, welcome to Inspirational Enthusiasm. I'm Lori, and we're going to, cards are already flipping. Obviously, there's some messages coming out. So, this week we're going to be talking about love since we have Valentine's Day coming up in just a few days. I think it's about 7 days away. So, what I'd like to do is get a good reading for each of the signs and let you know what I'm picking up on. So, if you're new to tarot readings, some things that are good for you to know is that not everything in a reading may resonate with you. So, whatever resonates, you keep, and what doesn't, just ignore or throw away, however you choose to do it. But it's important to note that, tarot reading is actually a visual storytelling. So this is about, for me, it's always been when I watch it, it's about learning, picking up little tidbits, things that help me on my journey. My spiritual journey or awakening started back in 2018 in earnest. I know for years I had been having, bits and pieces, dribs and drabs of my spiritual awakening, but in that year of 2018, it hit me like a ton of bricks. So I had a job change, I had relationship change, I had gone through a divorce, and all throughout that year, I went through seizures and just all kinds of things that were just really crazy in my life, which, unbeknownst to me at the time, was all setting me up for my awakening. And for those of you that don't know what a spiritual awakening is, spiritual awakening, it really challenges everything that you thought you knew in life, everything that you believed. And it really, to me, is a mass deprogramming of things that I've learned throughout my life. And realizing that we're in a bigger place. The universe is vast, and things that we think we might know, intuitively we're feeling something different, and that's okay. So it really helped expand me and help me reach out and find people that could help me on my healing journey. So that's the big thing. That's the other thing that has happened to me throughout my spiritual awakening is the mass healing, finding out the things that impacted me when I was young. And, we pick up a lot of issues from 0 to 7. There's a lot of programming that happens during that age time or that age period. And as we get older, we don't realize that we are doing things subconsciously that we picked up during that time. And there are wounds and things that happen that, we're too young to say, okay, well, this is good and this is bad. And our discernment is being developed at that time. So as I'm 54 years old, so as I hit my spiritual awakening, it was, like I said, it was about 4 years ago. So I was 50. And I had to do some mass healing from trauma that I experienced my entire lifetime. And just to hit a couple of the highlights of my early childhood, things that I had to overcome were things like, unfortunately, there was sexual abuse, there was physical abuse, emotional abuse. I had a lot of things happen to me along the way that were very challenging. So I tell you this not for empathy or sympathy, but I tell you this to let you know that we all go through things. The older we get, the more we have gone through. And even though I've gone through so much, and we'll talk about it as the channel progresses, I'll go through more stories and give you some more insight to my background. But just understand that the more we go through, the more we learn. So at first, it feels like it's happening to us. As I've gone through this awakening, it's made me realize that it was actually happening for me, and it was happening to teach me and to help other people. And I've been able, luckily, to stay positive pretty much throughout my journey. I had some very rebellious years when I was younger, and I had some very challenging years that I put myself through. Because of that early trauma, I actually started drinking at a very young age, at 11, and I'm a recovering alcoholic. So I didn't stop drinking until I was 47 years old. So you do the math, it's about 7, 8 years now. So all of those things that happened, I realize now that at the time I felt like things were happening to me. And in hindsight, I can see that what the reasons were. When I see clients and I help them through their spiritual awakening and just through daily and weekly and monthly issues, those issues I went through in my past are actually helping me to identify with those people and to help give them my experience to show how I came through it. And I don't know about you all, but the more that I have found people like me that have gone through trying times, the more I realize that we can get through it. Um, we can get through it together. We're here to support one another, and it's important to find those people. So I know it's a little long-winded, but I just wanted to let you know a little bit of my background so you understand where I'm coming from when you're watching these videos. So let's see, am I missed anything? So we're going to go through, this is going to be the love reading for February, and I'm going to go through each sign. I'll have each of them posted separately. Any information that or any questions that you may have, hopefully we will be covering it in the description box. So everything you typically need to know is in the description box below. Anything else I'm missing? I think that I've covered it all. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the comments section. If you want to book a personal reading, I have information also in the description box. And and if you could like, subscribe, and share, that would be great. That way you will get notified and the content will go out there for more people to see and hopefully help them. All right, so without further ado, we're going to get to the readings. All right, hello my Aries. I am an Aries for those of you who are new to the channel, so it's always interesting to see what comes up. So what I'll do is I'll lay out the cards and then I will tell you the energy and the feeling that I'm getting from the reading. Oh, Ten of Cups. Oh, here you are, Aries. Yeah. All right. So for those of you new to the channel, the way I lay out my spread, at least the spread, is I have the overarching energy of the reading, and then this is the guts, if you will, or what's going on throughout the reading. And then I always pull the card at the bottom of the deck. That's just your shadow side, your subconscious. So for Aries, it looks like this could be a good month for love for you. This is the Ten of Cups, which is very indicative of happiness and love. And for Aries, I'm feeling like you're coming together. And right off the bat, I see that it looks like you're coming out of something, or you have something on your mind with this Nine of Swords here. There's not a lot of negative cards. There's not really any negative. I'm not seeing anything that's showing that's negative except for that. And when I say negative, that's relative. It just feels like that you're overthinking something. You're overthinking. You're stuck in something because you're overthinking who you are, which is really interesting because the Aries card, the Emperor, is right next to this. So take a look at what's going on here. So it's like you're overthinking things. You're worrying about things that haven't happened. So it's really imperative for you to put that behind you, and that could be some anxiety. And this is interesting because I told you just a second ago I'm an Aries. And for the last week and a half, I have been experiencing some crazy anxiety that is coming out of what feels like nowhere. So that could be what you're experiencing, some type of anxiety that it could be just in your head, or there could be something that you need to address. But pulling out of those two cards, you're moving into the Ace of Cups. So it looks like a lot of our Aries out there are getting ready to walk into a new relationship, which is really exciting because it looks like you had been in your head. You're really trying to take your power back, trying to step back into the energy that is Aries. And as an Aries, we tend to be confident and leadership, at least externally. Sometimes we are different on the inside. We can present very forcefully and strong on the outside, but inside we can really have a tough time and not want people to see that, want to be in control. Aries can have a tendency to want to be in control of things. So moving forward, so the Ace of Cups is, it looks like there's new love coming in, and I'm feeling intuitively that it's like there's a lot. It's not just a relationship. There could be other things in your life that are starting to come together, that are flowing. And as we move through the reading, you may be you may have someone that's young coming into your life, someone young and passionate, fiery, um, and exciting, and very, very fun energy. And it could be something that, Aries can be fun, but they can also, like I said a minute ago, that there could be sometimes we like control. So this is the energy I'm picking up here is about this young person coming in and being a little bit resistant to it. Like, okay, well, this is fun, but is this real? And as we move into the next card, it's the Knight of Pentacles. So for me, and what I'm feeling, this is a grounded experience. This is a grounded love. So this is a grounded feeling. And I'm getting very warm when I say that. So that is, that's indicative of a yes for me. So it's someone young, that maybe it may feel scary, it may feel a little overpowering because that's not what you're used to, not from other people anyway. As we move down throughout the reading, the Chariot is upside down. Now I can read reversals. I don't typically read them at this point in the readings, but interestingly enough, you could be having a hard time moving forward. So Chariot in the upright position is moving forward. There's lots of other meanings, but it would be about moving forward here. Here, you could be holding yourself back. You could be at a crossroads. And I'm picking up something about having a hard time leaving something in the past, which could be what this energy is all about. Somebody is still on your mind, which is holding you back from moving forward. So if that's the case, then that is something that you need to feel into, work out, and realize that it is time to move forward. You are at a crossroads. This is judgment time. So this is about, taking stock of who you are, what you want, and really moving forward to into a more healthy and balanced relationship. We've got the king. That's not a king. That's the Ace of Pentacles. So, something new and grounded and stable. And we have the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and Ace of Pentacles all here in a row, which is giving me a message all in its own little mini reading. This is about love overflowing. It's a grounded love. It's a new opportunity. It's stable. So whatever you have in the past that wasn't as stable and as grounded as you need and you deserve in your life. And I also see what's coming forward is it could be someone coming back around from your past, or it could be a past life soulmate. So whoever this person coming in, I'm getting a feeling you're going to have some instant soul recognition, like you run into them and you're like, oh my goodness, I know this person, whether you say it to them or not. So that's what I'm seeing for Aries for your February 2022 love reading. Looks like there's something new coming in, something firm, stable. I don't know about firm, but and grounded. So it's time to move forward. Time to move forward for my Aries and for me. So I'll take that as my personal message.